Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your Call to Adventure New Moon spread for the Aries New Moon. This is Into the Infinite. I'm Charlie, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I had the idea for this Call to Adventure reading when I was running, and then it resonated, and my ears started ringing, and it all came together wonderfully. We're gonna dive into this reading for you. And I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Okay, so I'm going to lay out the bones of this spread with the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, Gemini, what you got for me? King of Cups. Nice. I'm reading it as reverse. I'm feeling the King of Cups in reverse right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm reading the King of Cups as a reversal. Sort of like a refusal to acknowledge specific emotions and an unwillingness to let go. There's like an unwillingness to let go here of something. I'm almost getting this, I'm getting this sense of isolation that you've been experiencing, Gemini. It could be disconnect from community. It could be disconnect from family. I mean, we all are with the pandemic. That's like kind of been a standard. And I mean, in Ontario, we're just releasing, a lot of restrictions are lifting now. It could be related to that, but I'm getting that there's something to do with an emotional blockage, that there's like a sense of regret. Like there's a sense of regret that you could have given something, but you didn't. So you could have given of yourself and you didn't. And you kind of regret not taking that chance because you feel like it was a missed opportunity. And I think this new moon is, you're taking a leap. I'm going to do this so that I can visualize it properly. I think that there's something that you're doing. The energy around this new moon in Aries is of you taking action and kind of getting your mojo back, is what I'm hearing. Not just getting your mojo back, but also forgiving yourself. I'm hearing very strongly having compassion for and forgiving yourself for all the things that you didn't do, but that you, like, there's so much, there's deep regret here. Interesting. Regret and remorse. I mean, those are important things to go hand in hand, right? Unhealthy shame doesn't really have remorse with it. And it doesn't, there's this sense of guilt that can kind of overtake that emotion. Holy, okay, hold on. Yeah, a lot of losses. Spirit, can you please clarify this King of Cups in reverse for my Taurians, please? Or Gemini. Why did I say Taurians? Goodness. For my Geminis, my Gems. Yeah, okay. I think that you've been trying to seek a certain emotional balance, and that it's kind of caused you to walk away from things prematurely, or it's either, it's caused you to, I'm hearing like sneak away in the night, direct reading of this card, but what comes to mind is like when you are, 444 just came up on the time, when you're in a situation where like you spend the night at someone's house and then you leave in the morning before they can even like say good morning to you. So I'm feeling like that kind of energy, like this emotional tension, like not even a push pull, just like more of a piss off. energy around you that you've had. But I think that there's a certain recognition of how this has been impacting your life. There's a certain recognition of how this has been affecting your energy as well. And I think that you've spilled your own cup. It's almost like you've spilled your own cup, and then you're looking at like how other people are to blame for that. Gemini. But there's a balance, right? Now you have the full cup and you're understanding this sort of needs, wants, expectations. I'm getting some more. This is to me, this is the Sag card, and this is Cancer. So I'm understanding that there's forward movement now because there's a recognition of not just what you want, but what you expect in relationships and how that plays into your ability to get what you need, right? There's a certain clarity. Yeah, there's a certain clarity that was on the bottom of the deck that you're coming to about this. And it's really allowing you to see the part that you played, but also to see that, it's not all bad, right? And it's allowing you to be a little bit easier on yourself, I'm hearing as well. King of Pentacles, yeah, the Sun, much easier on yourself. The Truth, the Fool, the Page of Cups. Okay, so it's really, you're beginning to see, you're beginning to really see how hard you've been on yourself, and that you're letting go. Sometimes we stand in our power because we feel or we sort of activate this part of us that wants to stand in our power, as like pushing someone away and being like, I'm in my power now, go away. But I think this is almost like you integrating lessons, and you're like, yeah, like, the king on the way to being king was first, at some point, potentially in a night energy of activity and moving forward. This is also, to me, this is like a maturing and maturity energy. So I think that you're reaching a certain intuitive maturity, an emotional maturity, right? The King of Cups in reverse. And I think that the truth of this is really helping you to move forward with a greater understanding. Like, this is a great card for a new moon, right? New beginning for sure. And it could be a new beginning in love. It could be a new beginning where, if you're clear about what you want, you're not going to get kind of mixed up and turned around with expectations that other people have, right? Like, I think about this with some friends that I have who are not, they don't want relationship, but they want the connection, right? They want connection with people. And and connection, like meaning sex, like they engage in things like that, but they don't expect anything more than that. And it's almost like there was a weird way that something kind of got turned around, and you thought you wanted one thing, but then you really wanted another. And now you're just integrating perhaps what you're like, well, that was ridiculous. Why did I do that? Right? Why did I do that? But there's a real turnaround here, and the Sun is Leo energy. And for the Aries New Moon, I think that this is great. This is great, right? This isn't, I mean, what's great about these cards, I'll tell you right now, is that there's not this internal processing. What I see is sort of a liberation of a mindset, and that's freeing you, right? It's just you being a little bit less hard on yourself and just letting yourself want what you want without the confines of feeling like there's something that you should want. Maybe you're wanting commitment now. Maybe you're wanting something established. Yeah, you're kind of identifying what you're looking for more so. You're identifying what you're looking for. And I think that you're seeing it, right? You're looking for these things. There's this positive expectation that you have now because of the way that you're kind of letting go and forgiving yourself for the mistakes that might have happened in the past. And I think the new beginning could be, this call to adventure could be one that I'm getting that you're already on it, right? This isn't something that's new. I think this has been kind of a long time coming. Yeah, a long time coming. And not without a lot of struggle with it. But I think this king energy could be different places in your chart and different placements in your chart. Spirit, can I just get some more clarification here on what is... Thank you so much. So there is a tremendous, healing. I think you do want commitment. I think that there's something that you're more committed to now. There's an understanding, this brief, like I think of an Ace of Swords in the absence of other cards around it that would speak otherwise. I think of this as just like a little like, aha, like, oh yeah, I did do that. Okay. And then you're like, yep, I'm moving forward. I'm moving on. I know what I want now. And I think that you may be, I think that this Page of Cups energy is you, because the offering is small in a way because you're not so sure about trusting yourself. But then I think that the journey is through this new moon, beginning to trust yourself, beginning to have more confidence in knowing that what you want is what you want. And there's an element of uncertainty, but you're not letting that detract you, which is really great energy. Have more patience with yourself, and just be a little bit easier on yourself, right? But this is, I feel like this is an element of commitment, and that could be a commitment to, that could be a commitment that you're making to yourself. It could be promises that you're making to yourself, or ways that you're beginning to engage with the world around you in terms of relationships and love and romance and projects and your own internal landscape that is freeing up so much energy for you to then put towards this stuff. Because I think too that, I mean, we forget that the way that being emotionally restricted can bind us so that we can't really, even when we make mistakes, it's a lot harder for us to forgive ourselves because we're carrying all of this extra weight with us. And that can make it hard to move forward because it colors everything else that we do, right? It colors and changes and shifts a lot of the other things that we are capable of doing and offering to other people. So I think that there's a sense of understanding what you really want, right? Understanding what you really want, and that you're willing to put the work in for it now that you understand it, now that you know what you're looking for and what you want. Spirit, can I just get some oracle messages here? Thank you so much. I'm going to use the Hero's Journey Oracle, Dream Oracle by Kelly Sullivan Walden. I really like this deck so much. Spirit, can I just get some clarifying messages here from our wonderful Geminis? Thank you so much. One with the sun, be the light. Oh, Gemini, look at that. I mean, and you have the sun right here. I think that there's a way that you felt like maybe like long-term relationships or long-term projects always felt like they might have this drab, boring side to them that was just disinteresting to you, right? You felt like you might lose yourself or, lose a part of your identity or the sense of fun because like, after all of the beginning stages of relationship, like after that, like, oh yes, that like giddiness wears off. Then comes things like laundry and people's habits that bother you or annoy you, like the stuff that's of the everyday where you have to start to put in the work. So it could have just been that this needed to be something you needed to do internally. So you needed to come together with yourself internally before you can do that externally, right? One with the sun. Be the light. Fifth house is what I'm hearing here. That's really great energy. Gemini. This is amazing. Okay. One more Hero's Journey Dream Oracle pull for my wonderful Gemini, please. In the Castle of Dreams, become altered by the color of your dreams. Yeah, things being colored by something, right? That it's that energy of like your experience is coloring something. And I get the impression from this card that there's something that is a tint in the form of a belief that you've held or hold that you let go of already, but you're just not really sure how to begin now. Like, how do you begin? How do you start fresh? Where do you start? Where do you begin? Where do you begin again? I'm hearing too. That's kind of Six of Cups energy, but where do you begin when you've had this one way of doing things and then you're trying to welcome in something new, but it's still new, so you're a bit unsteady on your feet. So it could be too that there's things that are coming in through your dreams. And what I really like about this is that it's sort of this union energy is what I'm feeling with this, because I mean, we have the moon and the sun here in full. So it could be that there's a sort of a unification or coming together of what were two separate energies inside of you. Now, this could be feminine or masculine. I like to pull gender away from it more and think of it as more active and passive energy and more receptive and kind of forward-moving energy to make more space for the ways that people experience their gender and themselves. And I think what I like about this is that this is very much receptive and active flow between one another. So Gemini, I think that this new moon is, I think that there are some lessons that you're taking with you. I just heard now from the last lunar eclipse, So it could be that you're beginning anew, right? This is a new start. It's a new start that is not overdue, but you may feel like it's overdue. So just remember with this new moon energy to be gentle on yourself, even though it's not a full moon. The full moons tend to, I get more intense dreams around that time. My sleeping patterns can be a little bit affected. But I be easy with yourself through this new moon. I feel like there's some way that you're needing to show more compassion to yourself. So I will leave it there, Gemini. And I just want to thank you so much for joining me here. If this resonated for you, feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps me to grow this channel and continue to do this work, something that I really, really enjoy and love. There are also another number of ways that you can connect with me through the channel. So stay tuned for those videos, the dailies, and also the monthly energy forecast. Do check that out as well. And I hope that you enjoy this new moon, my Geminis. Take care and have a great, great new moon.